SCP-1437. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1437 is to be contained behind a perimeter of 2-meter-tall electrical fencing, which is to be patrolled by groups of 3 security officers at all times. Any trespassers attempting to access 1437 are to be brought to custody, interrogated, and if found ignorant of SCP-1437's natures, dosed with Class A amnestics and released. Any items or organisms which emerge from SCP-1437 are to be immediately tested for hazards, and if found safe, examined further. Experimentation involving 1437 is strictly forbidden. Description: SCP-1437 is an apparently endless hole measuring 3 meters by 3 meters in the redacted desert. Attempting to dig into SCP-1437 from the side will result in diggers encountering solid rock, where logic would dictate 1437 would be. SCP-1437 is thus only accessible from the entrance above ground. SCP-1437 appears to have an access point for an as of yet unknown number of parallel universes. Objects have been known to periodically emerge from SCP-1437 at great speeds, including 1. U.S. Quarter, first known object to emerge. Large quantities of dirt and rocks, believed to be an attempt at a parallel containment team to fill their corresponding 1437. A map of North America written in Spanish. According to said map, the government of North America is La República Popular de Aguas Nuevas, or the People's Republic of New Waters. A photograph of a skyline believed to be a radically altered version of New York's. Structures resembling coral are visible, and a large flying organism can be seen in the distance. Several discs made from solid gold. Accompanying these discs was a sheet of paper reading, "Please send rain." During a period lasting from 2 redacted to redacted, numerous individuals, most of whom wore D-class uniforms, emerged from SCP-1437. All of them were dead on arrival. Emergent individuals carried documents which all appeared to be their respective universe's documentation on 1437. It is currently believed that these D-class personnel are previously mentioned, and the documentation were sent as a gesture of desired cooperation. Emerged Documentation 1437-1. Individuals carrying documentation appeared to have adequate physical condition. Individual was wearing a pressure suit with an oxygen supply attached. SCP-1437. Safety rating. Safe for the public. Safety procedures. Unauthorized citizens are to be kept at a safe distance from SCP-1437 at all times. Any authorized tours of the area are to be accompanied by 2 security officers for their own protection. Taking of photographs is to be permitted. Any citizens attempting to go past the safety fencing are to be arrested and handed over to local law enforcement. Description: SCP-1437 is an apparently endless hole measuring 10 meters by 10 meters located in the town of Promise. Attempts to dig into SCP-1437 from the side result in the diggers encountering solid rock, where logic would dictate 1437 would be. SCP-1437 is thus only accessible from its entrance above ground. SCP-1437 appears to be an access point to an as yet unknown number of parallel universes. Objects have been known to periodically emerge from SCP-1437 at great speeds, including 1 small pyramid composed of concrete, first known object to emerge, believed to be a building material. Large quantities of dirt and rocks, believed to be an attempt by a parallel safety team to fill their corresponding SCP-1437. A landscape painting believed to be a location in Scotland. According to the painting, its originating universe's sun is blue and its sky is yellow. Several discs made from solid gold. Accompanying the discs was a sheet of paper reading, "Please stop plague." A photograph of several scientists, all scientists pictured have unusually long fingers, estimated to be nearly 25 centimeters long. A sheet of paper reading, "Thank you, please send more gifts." During a period lasting from 2009 to 2012, numerous individuals, most of whom wore bright orange jumpsuits, emerged from SCP-1437. All of whom were dead on arrival. All of the emerging individuals carried documents which appeared to be their respective universe's documentation on SCP-1437. It is currently believed that these individuals and the documentation they carried were sent as a gesture of desired cooperation. On the 15th of August 2012, a volunteer of the Foundation, Marco Pertin, entered SCP-1437 wearing a safety gear, taking with him a copy of this document. SCP-14 emerged documentation SCP-1437-2. Individual carrying documentation was in adequate physical condition. The phrase "property of SCP Corporation" was branded on the individual's left arm. Item designation 1437. Threat level little. Special containment procedures. SCP-1437 is to be contained behind a perimeter of 2-meter tall electrical fencing and is to be patrolled by groups of 3 security officers at all times. Any trespassers attempting to access SCP-1437 are to be charged with the crime of industrial espionage. Any items or organisms which emerge from SCP-1437 are to be immediately tested for hazards and, if found safe, examined further. After examination, suitable items are to be auctioned off to interested collectors. SCP-1437 is an apparently endless hole measuring 1 meter by 1 meter located in the redacted outback. Attempts to dig into SCP-1437 from the side result in the diggers encountering solid rock, where logic would dictate 1437 would be. SCP-1437 is thus only accessible from the entrance above ground. SCP-1437 appears to be an access point for an as yet unknown number of parallel universes. Objects have been known to periodically emerge from SCP-1437 at great speeds, including a statue of what is believed to be a reptilian entity sporting numerous eyes and tails, first known object emergence. Large quantities of dirt and rocks, believed to be an attempt by a parallel containment team to fill their corresponding 1437. A glass of bottled water. A human femur covered in saliva. A cube composed of several smaller cubes, all of which are different colors, purpose unknown. A soccer ball only having 5 sides. During a period lasting from redacted to redacted, numerous individuals, most of which wore D-Class uniforms, emerged from SCP-1437, all of which were dead on arrival. The fact that it is apparently impossible to travel through SCP-1437 and survive has prevented the corporation from utilizing SCP-1437 for commercial purposes. All emerging individuals carried documentation which appear to be their respective universes' documentation on SCP-1437. It is currently believed that these D-Class personnel and previously mentioned documentation were sent as a gesture of desired cooperation. Several D-Class personnel have been sent through SCP-1437 carrying copies of this document. Emerged documentation 1437-3. Individual carrying documentation was wrapped in bandages and appeared to have been blinded in the recent past. Lacerations were present on his arms and legs, and the individual's tongue had been cut out. SCP-1437. Heathen level unforgivable. Holding measures. High Priest Redacted is to bless the holding site of SCP-1437 every 2 years, and blood sacrifices to be dropped into SCP-1437 after each blessing. Blood sacrifices are to hold copies of these scrolls as a warning to any demons to stay away. Spirits are to be consulted after these sacrifices, and suggested to change the holding measures are to be carried out immediately. Description. SCP-1437 is an apparently endless hole measuring 3 meters by 3 meters located in redacted desert. Attempts to dig into SCP-1437 from the side results in diggers encountering solid rock, where logic would dictate SCP-1437 would be. SCP-1437 is thus only accessible from the entrance above ground. SCP-1437 appears to be a portal to the underworld. Objects have been known to periodically emerge from SCP-1437 at great speeds, including several discs made from solid gold. Accompanying the disc was a sheet of paper reading, "Please kill foes." Large quantities of dirt and rocks, believed to be an attempt by demons to harm the High Priest, Redacted, who was present at the holding site at the time. The broken remains of a human arm covered in saliva. A photograph of a metal bird flying away from a city. What appears to be a large mushroom is visible behind the bird, believed to be an attempt by demons at mocking us. A human eye which moved when touched, believed to be a lesser demon, was burnt immediately. During a period lasting from 2 redacted to redacted, dead demons wearing the skins of men emerged from the pit. They were thrown back in immediately and the site was re-blessed by High Priest Redacted. Emerged Documentation 1437-4. Individual carrying documentation was a heavily emaciated pre-adolescent who appeared to have been lobotomized in the recent past. Item: SCP-1437, Object Class Safe, Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1437 is to be contained behind a perimeter of 2-meter-tall electrical fencing, which is to be patrolled by groups of 3 security officers at all times. Any trespassers attempting to access SCP-1437 are to be delivered to our masters above for enhanced interrogation. Any items or organisms which emerge from SCP-1437 are to be immediately tested for hazards, and if found safe, examined further. Any useful technology which emerges from SCP-1437 is to be delivered to our masters above immediately. Description: SCP-1437 is an apparently endless hole measuring redacted meters by redacted meters in location Zone 29 of the Brazilian sector. Attempts to dig into SCP-1437 from the side result in diggers encountering solid rock, where logic would dictate SCP-1437 would be. SCP-1437 is thus only accessible from its entrance above ground. SCP-1437 appears to be an access point for an as yet unknown number of parallel universes. Objects believed to be gifts intended for our masters above have been known to periodically emerge from SCP-1437 at great speeds, including 1 diamond, first gift delivered to our masters above. Large quantities of dirt and rocks, purpose unknown. Bark from an extinct Quercus buckley, delivered to our masters above. The lower half of a human body, delivered to our supervising servant of our masters above. It is currently unknown how the gift senders were aware of the diet of our masters above. A document was sent into SCP-1437 thanking the gift giver for the object and requesting for more tributes to our masters above. A bottle of human-intended wine, see Incident 1437-1. On Redacted, a bottle of human-intended wine emerged from SCP-1437. Recognizing an assassination attempt upon the members of our masters above, the supervising servant ordered that Don Burton explosive device be delivered down SCP-1437. Its orders were followed and the threat appeared to have been resolved. This is a reminder of why we must be vigilant in our containment procedures. From now on, I don't want any of these gifts to be taken out of containment. They are a clear present danger to our masters above. 05-1. Footnotes. It is theorized that the nature of SCP-1437 kills living organisms at a point which crossover between universes is achieved.